welcome to the All Bros podcast. I'm Jonathan.
Nah, I'm Caleb.
And we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a lot of bit of the nerd life. Welcome to our Christmas special. Since the Halloween special did so well, we got so many downloads and just yada yada yada. I don't know what I'm saying here.
You joke, but we actually did.
Really? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. Thank you guys. We appreciate that. So we decided to follow it
Yeah,
up.
Rose was being an asshole trying to be sarcastic. Then I hit him with the numbers. You listeners are great. Don't let Rose treat you poorly.
I wasn't trying to be sarcastic. I just didn't know if we actually did get a lot of downloads. I don't know how to check that on Libsyn.
Yeah, we got a decent amount.
All right, cool.
Let me check while you're talking.
Okay, so to follow up our Halloween special, we will be doing a Christmas special, and we will be breaking down I think it was a 2003 film. I'm going to double check. Yes.
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah, 2003 film Elf, starring Will Ferrell. And I believe this was his breakout performance. I am pretty sure. But anyway, too many.
That's kind of a bold statement because Will Ferrell was big before this.
Okay, true. But for most people, this is like the movie they associate Will Ferrell with. Am I wrong? Okay,
nah, you're not.
Yeah, I was
totally
gonna say
wrong.
Okay, what film do you associate with Will Ferrell?
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, see,
Anchorman.
It's Elf for me, dude. Yeah, it's Elf.
So, just a side note, the Halloween special is our 6th most downloaded episode.
Holy shit. Thank you, guys. I am sorry if I came off as an asshole earlier. Wow.
Yeah, you should, prick.
Wow, dick. F you. Anyway, before I kick Caleb's ass virtually,
Fucking try me, bitch.
let's go. I could kick your ass. Let's go, bitch. So we're gonna be breaking down Elf, and since this is just a Christmas special, we won't be doing any of our just regular stuff. So no adventures in hunting, blah 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 blah. So we'll just be talking about the movie. Caleb, do you want to tell the listeners how we break down movies on this bitch?
Freaking talking ghetto to me. Freaking weird. But alright.
I gotta change it up, man.
If you're new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually grade to come to a final All Bros score. The 8 categories that we grade are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then at the end give it our own personal grade. And then all of that gets added up into our magic rating platform, gives us an average, and then that average gets converted into a letter grade.
Yes, and it is very magical.
It's very magical.
Especially around Christmas time. It's so magical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You see some elf magic in this freaking,
oh my goodness.
This Excel sheet.
Oh my goodness. All right, so
anyway,
shall we get started with the plot?
Yes.
Okay.
So, if you guys have not seen this movie, we are about to spoil the entire damn thing. And if you continue to listen past this point, that is your fault.
And kind of like we said with Home Alone, our last episode, if you haven't seen this movie either, there's kind of something wrong with you because this is also considered a Christmas classic.
Absolutely.
But anyway. All right, so on Christmas Eve, a little boy at an orphanage crawls into Santa's sack and is unwittingly taken back to the North Pole. When the child is discovered at the workshop, the elves name him Buddy after the brand label on his diaper, and Papa Elf adopts and raises him. Buddy grows up at the North Pole believing he is an elf and accepted by the elf community, but due to his human size, he is unable to keep up with the other elves and demoted to the demeaning job of toy testing. Soon, Buddy overhears that he is a human. What?
Dude, I freaking love this scene.
Oh, with the whole Jack in the Box?
Yeah, I freaking love it because he gets so mad.
I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, I never understood the draw of Jack in the Boxes. They scare the shit out of me. I don't care how happy the clown looks in it.
Yeah, straight up. Dude, like, I've never messed around with a Jack in the Box that didn't scare me.
Yeah.
Or didn't startle me. Like, I've done it as a full-grown man, and it's still, like, I freaking jump. Because that shit's scary.
Seriously, you'll see kids, like, wind it up and it pops out like, haha, that's so funny. I'd be like, no, bitch, I'm drop kicking that shit across the room.
Yeah, dude, I used a Jack in the Box with Iris at a Cracker Barrel one time. She freaking hates them.
Aww.
And usually she's fine with being, like, startled. Like, if you catch her off guard and you just go, and with her, she'll giggle a little bit. No, she freaking hates the Jack in the Box. Because she gets, like, really into the tune, and then it's just boom, and you're like... Yeah, and she, like, freaks out.
Aw, poor Iris. What have you been doing to my niece?
I was trying to give her some Christmas joy with a Jack in the Box, asshole. It's not like I'm freaking hitting her.
Stop it. Stop it. Give her Elf on the Shelf instead. I don't know other, like, Christmas classic toys.
I don't either.
Is the Slinky a classic Christmas toy?
Yeah, but I think she's a little young for a Slinky.
Fair enough. Where was I? Soon, Buddy overhears that he's a human, and Papa Elf explains that Buddy was born to Walter Hobbs and Susan Wells and given up for adoption. Susan subsequently died, and Walter, who now works as a children's book publisher at the Empire State Building in New York City, is unaware of Buddy's existence. To Buddy's horror, Santa reveals that Walter is on the naughty list due to his selfish and unscrupulous demeanor, but suggests Buddy could help redeem him. Okay, that's basically the scene where Santa's like telling Buddy like everything in New York, and he's just like, and when they say peep show, that doesn't mean that they're letting you look at presents before Christmas.
Yeah, I love that whole little breakdown. And then I still laugh my ass off every time Buddy gets told his dad's on the naughty list.
Oh, I know.
The scream, it just...
so great.
No!
Oh, it's so great. All right. Buddy promptly travels to New York and finds his father at work, but even after he mentions Susan Wells, Walter misinterprets him as a dysfunctional Christmas-gram messenger and has him kicked out of the premises. Inspired by a sarcastic remark from a security guard, Buddy heads to a local Gimbel's department store where the manager mistakes him for an employee. At the store's North Pole, he meets Jovi, an unenthusiastic employee with whom he is instantly smitten. After hearing that Santa will be at the store the following day, Buddy's reading with Rose, people. Reading with Rose.
With two E's.
Jubilantly decorates the North Pole overnight. When Buddy realizes that the Gimbel Santa is not the real Santa, he unmasks him and causes a wild tumult. They are using very big words in this, okay? Cut me some slack. In the store that lands Buddy in jail. You smell like cheese, you don't smell like Santa.
Dude, I freaking love that.
Walter reluctantly bails Buddy out and takes him to a doctor for a DNA test, which confirms that Buddy is in fact his long-lost son. The doctor convinces Walter to take Buddy home to meet his stepmother Emily and 12-year-old half-brother Michael, believing that once he is faced with reality, he will drop the whole elf thing and move on as a regular adult. Walter and Michael are put off by Buddy's strange behavior, but Emily insists that they care for him until he recovers. Michael eventually warms up to Buddy after Buddy defends him from a gang of bullies in a snowball fight, and Michael encourages Buddy to ask Jovi on a date, which she accepts. During the date, the two fall in love. I just want to point out when Michael is talking to Emily, and Emily's just like, you can't just put him out in the snow. Why not? He loves snow. He's told me 18 times.
Dude, one thing about this movie, it is so freaking quotable.
It is. Oh, I love it so much.
It's so good. Like what you were saying, like, you smell like ham and cheese, you don't smell like Santa. Like, there's that, like, you sit on a throne of lies. Or, when he's talking about, like, singing in the shower, or singing in the store.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, hey, there's no singing in the North Pole.
Yes,
there is.
No, there's not. We sing all the time, especially when we make toys.
So good.
It is.
Dude, I didn't know this until I just looked it up. I think it's Ed Asner that plays Santa.
Yeah.
Did you know he voiced Carl Fredricksen from Up?
I didn't. But now that you said that, yeah, the voices do click.
Yeah, right?
Shit. All right. Hell yeah. That's freaking awesome. Is he one of your favorite Santas ever portrayed in film?
I would say yes.
Okay. My all-time favorite.
I love him as Santa.
I do too. I'm just going to put this out here. He's been my favorite Santa ever since I was a kid. Tim Allen. I don't know what it is. He's always been my favorite Santa Claus.
That's a tough one. I don't know who my favorite Santa would be. Like, I've really grown to like Kurt Russell as Santa.
Oh, yeah. Still haven't watched either of those.
So good, dude.
Yeah, I need
so
to.
Good.
Maybe I'll do that on Christmas Eve this year.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to spend it. Yeah, Kurt Russell has been rising up there. Tim Allen has a soft spot in my heart, but he's not my favorite Santa.
How dare you?
But Ed Asner, he's up there.
He is.
Like,
does
he's
a
way
great
up
job
there.
as Santa. He's a fantastic Santa.
Yeah. I'm gonna look through it, like, while you continue to jack up this reading, see who else has played Santa.
Walter reluctantly bails Buddy out and takes him to a... Oh, wait. Shit, I already messed this up. Shut up. Meanwhile, Walter's company is in trouble after their most recent book fails to sell. Walter's boss, Fulton Greenway, lays down a hard deadline for Walter to have a new book ready by Christmas Eve. In desperation, Walter and his team secure a meeting with best-selling children's author Miles Finch. Buddy interrupts the meeting to boast of his newfound love and mistakes Finch, who has dwarfism, for an elf. Excuse me.
I freaking love Peter Dinklage.
This was my first introduction to Peter Dinklage, and
Same here.
I love him in this movie. I mean, he's great in any movie that he's in, but yeah, I love this movie. Or love him in this movie. I can talk. Buddy unintentionally insults Finch and pesters him into losing his temper. An angered and insulted Finch attacks Buddy and walks out on Walter, who furiously snaps in anger at Buddy for ruining the meeting and harshly disowns him. Heartbroken, Buddy leaves an apology note for Walter, Emily, and Michael on an Etch-a-Sketch and wanders about in the streets, lamenting that he does not fit in anywhere. On Christmas Eve, after finding Finch's notebook full of ideas, Walter and his team scramble to create a book to pitch. As Walter prepares to pitch the book to Greenway that evening, Michael, who found Buddy's note, arrives and informs Walter that Buddy is gone. Realizing he was wrong and forced to choose between his job or his family, Walter quits his job and leaves with Michael to find Buddy. As Buddy wanders the streets, he watches Santa's sleigh crash in Central Park, attracting a large crowd. Buddy tracks down Santa, who explains that the sleigh has lost its engine and cannot fly without it because of the lack of Christmas spirit. Buddy finds the engine and is reunited with Walter and Michael. Walter apologizes to Buddy and accepts him as his son. Buddy then takes them to meet Santa, who proves himself to Michael by showing him what he truly wanted for Christmas. Michael takes Santa's list and reads it in front of television news cameras gathered outside the park, proving that Santa is real. The Central Park Rangers, who have a grudge against Santa for placing them on the naughty list, chase the sleigh as Buddy tries to reattach the engine. Jovi leads the crowd, and those watching on television, many of whom have had their lives touched by Buddy, and singing Santa Claus is coming to town to help raise enough Christmas spirit to fully power the sleigh without the engine for the first time in years. By the next Christmas, Walter starts his own publishing company with a book about Buddy's story that becomes a bestseller. Buddy and Jovi, now married, bring their newborn daughter, Susie, to visit Papa Elf so she can also believe in the magic of Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is such a freaking good movie.
It really is. I want to see what the Rotten Tomatoes score of this is really quick. Are we able to look and see which is your favorite Santa?
I'm having a bit of a time trying to figure this out. Do you remember that movie? It's a Disney original movie where there is a weather machine.
Yes! Yep. You don't have to tell me anymore. Yep, I remember that.
That's my favorite Santa.
Dude, I can't even be mad about that because that guy was amazing in that movie, and I love that movie. That is one of the best Disney Channel original movies.
Yeah, I completely forget what that movie was called, but
wasn't it The Ultimate Christmas Present?
it might be that.
And then I'm
love
pretty
how
sure
it's that.
the two elves are like full-sized men, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, but I love that Santa. I don't know why that one just like stuck with me so hard. Like that's my favorite like live action Santa. My favorite like just Santa in general probably has to go to the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Santa.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Just because I really like that. I don't know. There's just a.
It's really hard. If I'm thinking like animated Santa, I would actually I would give it to have you ever seen The Year Without a Santa Claus?
No, I don't think so.
With Snow Miser and Heat Miser?
Oh, yeah.
So I love how they did Santa in that one. And that one is always, the way that Santa's portrayed in that movie has always stuck with me ever since I was a little kid. So if we're talking animated, that is my favorite Santa right there.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Okay, so yeah, it is called The Ultimate Christmas Present.
Sweet. Yeah, I really dig that Santa.
I think that it's not
like
on Disney Plus.
He's definitely
right?
top spot for me. What?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus right now.
Freaking A.
Yeah.
Probably gonna watch that this year.
Hell yeah, dude! I think I'm going to too. Shit, 84% for Elf on Rotten Tomatoes. That's awesome.
Is that the critics score?
Yeah, the audience score is actually lower. It's 79%.
What?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, we'll find out what the actual score is here in a little bit.
I love how you say that. The actual score. Because we're the only score that means anything, bitch.
Hell yeah. You freaking listen to, or you pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes? I'm going to quote DJ from Untrained Eye. Why do you listen, or, like, we're the only, I can't steal that. Well, okay, so their tagline is the only show about what's happening. Ours could be the only breakdown that matters.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's start that hashtag. The only breakdown that matters.
Or the only score that matters.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
the All Bros score.
Yep, there we go. Bam.
And then, like, I mean, I think you've heard The Untrained Eye enough to know how he says this, but if you're reading or paying attention to Rotten Tomatoes or any other critic posting site, is Rotten Tomatoes the only one?
No, there's
or like
others.
the biggest one?
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is definitely the biggest.
Yeah, so if you're listening to Rotten Tomatoes, you're a nerd.
Because it's true. Because say like if a studio is like really desperate for people to buy their movie when it comes out on Blu-ray, they will. If the movie's certified fresh, they will literally put a huge ass Rotten Tomatoes certified fresh sticker on the slipcover of it. Just be like, hey, they actually liked our movie. Please buy it.
Yeah. We need to get or put a or make up a All Bros stamp of approval.
Yes. Yes.
And then we'll post just the pictures the posters with the stamp on it.
I love it. Yes. Let's do it.
That'd be dope.
That would be so dope, dude.
Yeah. I think I know what my weekend project is going to be.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Anyway, getting back to Elf, this movie is like an instant classic.
It really is. It has a great story, great characters, amazing writing. At least to me.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, we'll get to like everything, but like overall, everything is just so good, so good.
Yeah, and I love that. Like with Buddy, he didn't. Like this is definitely going to affect it in character development. I feel because I mean, Buddy's the biggest character.
Yeah.
But I feel like he is just consistently himself, and that just brings people up.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
Like there's times where he gets like sad and stuff, but
yeah,
I think overall, like he does a really good job at keeping his energy very high and light, and borderline like innocent.
Yeah, he really is a kid at heart. That really is what Buddy the elf is.
Yeah. So this was the first movie that I've seen Will Ferrell in.
Same.
Even though I do associate him more with like Anchorman and Talladega Nights and some other SNL skits.
Funny story, I have never seen either of the Anchormans or Talladega Nights.
They're pretty good movies.
Yeah, I've heard I'm missing out. I heard the second Anchorman was definitely not as good as the first one, but I still need to check out all three.
Yeah, I would check them out if you ever get the opportunity to.
Okay. Will.
But yeah, like this was the first introduction to him as an actor. The only other time I'd seen him before this, and I didn't even know it was him, was my mom really likes the cowbell skit from SNL.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, it's one of Will Ferrell's like most famous SNL skits.
No, okay. I will have to look it up after we stop recording then.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But anyway, yeah, the story, they just did a really good job. The writers did a really good job not making anything that's too overcomplicated, making something that feels like an instant classic. And they could have gone really hard with some special effects, but they kept the effects as basic as they possibly could.
That's true. I mean, I feel they did a good job with, even when he's leaving the North Pole and you see Mr. Narwhal, I forget the snowman's name, but I don't know, I just loved that they added that kind of shit that, like, that kind of, like, I don't know, I guess, like, Rudolph style animation actually exists with real life human characters. I thought that was, like, super cool. I loved that. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about the story because it is so freaking good. You know, it's a simple story. I mean, well, I don't know if you can really call it a simple story, but just seeing Buddy go from someone that thought he was an elf to being like, hey, you know what? I'm actually a human. I actually have parents. Oh, my dad hates me. Well, shit. And Buddy falls in love. He helps his dad realize what means the most to him. And I'm really butchering this, but anyway, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the story because it's just so good. Like, at least for most people, I feel the first Will Ferrell movie that we were introduced to, I feel he did an amazing job. Jon Favreau, amazing as the director, and I didn't know that he was the director until probably like Iron Man 2. And
yeah,
the fact that he has a cameo as the Doctor in this was fantastic.
He has 2 cameos.
Wait, who else was he?
He voiced Mr. Narwhal.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, Jon Favreau.
I found that out courtesy of Film on the Rocks.
Hey, thank you, Brucker.
And Nate.
And Nate, sorry.
Oh, wait. Was that one of Nate's episodes? It might have been Levi.
Oh. Well.
Because I think Nate did like the first 3, but I don't know if Elf was one of their first 3.
Well, either...
I remember watching that. Like, that was the first episode of theirs I listened to.
Oh, okay.
The Elf one.
Okay, well, if it was either Brucker, Nate, or Levi, thank you for letting Caleb know that information so he could share it with me.
Straight up stealing it. But, I mean, I guess it doesn't count as stealing if I give credit.
Yeah, exactly. I feel it doesn't. But that's just me. Watch, they're going to flag our audio. I'm just kidding.
Flag it.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to message them after I upload this, be like, hey, please don't flag our episode.
We gave credit to you, we promise. Oh, my gosh. That just makes me love Jon Favreau even more. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about this story. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's so good. I think there's enough adult humor in it for it to be entertaining to adults.
Absolutely.
It's entertaining for teenagers because it has like some of that gross like comedy, like the big long burp.
Oh yeah.
It has stuff for everyone.
Dude, I always get so nostalgic with that scene because seeing how the Coke 2-liter bottles looked back in 2003, it's so weird. I was like, oh my gosh, we've come a long way, haven't we?
Dude, like, I have to thank this movie for making me and my brothers, like, anytime one of us, like, burps for a really long time or just, like, a little extra long, like, especially Coy, he will finish it and he'll burp and then he's just, did you hear that?
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
All because of this movie. Gosh, but we're not talking about the story worth a shit.
No, we're not.
We're just fanboying over this movie.
Like, it's hard to just narrow it down just to the story because it's such a great movie overall.
Yeah. So, attempting to to put on my critic cap for this, I think that the story flows really well.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's maybe one scene that was a little bit on the slow side.
What would you say it is?
I think it's like right before he sees Santa. Like right before Santa crashes.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I think that scene's just a little on the slow side, but
Okay.
not too much to detract from the overall speed or tempo of the movie.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, but I think overall, like the story ended perfectly. Didn't need. I don't think it left the door open for a sequel.
No, it didn't, which I'm grateful for, honestly. I just love
Yeah.
that the ending finishes with a drawing, just like the opening opened with it. And just watching Will Ferrell, Buddy, sit on Papa Elf's lap, and he's just like Buddy, Buddy, and then just draws the scene, and just it's fantastic. Love the ending.
Yeah, so good. I love that it was just that finality. I love the just the overall pacing of it. Because I feel like this movie, it feels longer than it actually is in a good way.
Yes, absolutely. Because it's like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, and it feels like it could all the stuff they were able to cram in that hour and a half.
It feels like it feels like a 2-hour movie, but it's not. Like it doesn't. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, like it feels. It's just a ride that you enjoy being on, and you're sad that it's over, but it felt like a decent trip.
Exactly. I feel that's a great way to explain Elf.
Yeah. So, like I said, I absolutely love this. I'm feeling very generous with this, and I need someone to check me. So, what were you thinking for story?
Hey, I mean, it's the Christmas season. You gotta be. What's the word that you used? Wow.
Generous?
Generous. Wow, I don't know why I forgot that word. Story
Should change it to talking with Rose.
Shut up. I don't know. I might be going generous here. High. I'm gonna say a solid 90.
I think that's fair. I think that's definitely fair.
No,
I was sitting in that ballpark.
Okay.
Were
you higher or lower?
Yeah, I was. I might have been a little bit higher, but
okay.
Like I said, I was just putting my nostalgia goggles on.
Those are the best goggles you can have.
Yeah. So 90, I think, is a very fair score. And yeah, just because of everything that they were to incorporate, and the story's fun. It's a basic ass story, I feel, but
it's a blast from start to finish.
Yeah. Moving on over to writing.
This was also great.
It was really good. If you've listened to any of our other breakdowns, you know that we are not, or at least me, I'm not a big fan of wasted dialogue.
Yeah, he's an asshole when it comes to that.
I very much am. And there was nothing in this that I felt was wasted. There's a lot of stuff that you could definitely take out and you'd still get the same story, but what it added to the story was a lot stronger. Or not even the story. It didn't add anything to the story. It just added to the vibe of the movie.
Yes. And I absolutely agree with you. There are some lines that can be taken out, but for the most part, everything that you could take out, and most of them are like probably Buddy's lines, just because of like maybe like the random stuff he says. But it adds to his character. It adds to his innocence, his joy, his like always looking on the bright side of things. It just makes his character that much better. And I really could not see myself taking out any of the lines that they had Buddy say. Just I would have too hard of a time having to be on the cutting room floor with this script.
Yeah. I want to know how much of this was improv, because I do know that a lot of the scenes that were shot in the streets were like, a lot of those people were just random people.
Oh, that's funny.
Like the guy walking in the red tracksuit
Yeah.
apparently wasn't an actor.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. Oh, that makes that scene even funnier.
Yeah, like I want to know how they shot that then.
I know this part was staged, but I love when he sees the sign and he's just like, "Oh my gosh, world's best cup of coffee. Great job, guys. Hi." And then he just leaves.
Was that really staged?
I don't know. I don't know.
I was hoping it wasn't.
I hope it wasn't either. But I mean, I love the follow-up scene towards when him and oh shit, what's her name? His
Zoe
wife.
Deschanel.
Yeah, I love when he takes her there on their date, and she's just like, "Oh, it tastes like a crappy cup of coffee." It is a crappy cup of coffee. No, it's the world's best cup of coffee. Oh.
Yeah, that was another scene that I really liked. The whole like their first date, and him taking her to places that she's already familiar with, maybe.
Yeah, but
and just showing her the city from his perspective.
yeah,
I love that.
I did too. You could tell that, yeah, even though she had already seen all this stuff, seeing his look on his face, like with all the Christmas trees or ice skating, that is what made it feel new. Just seeing his enjoyment, his eyes light up with literally every single thing that they did.
Yeah. So, yeah, as much as we could dock writing for having unnecessary lines, it added enough to the movie itself. Maybe not, like we said, not necessarily in story,
Yeah,
but just overall vibes of the movie and just the feeling of Christmas.
Mhm.
I can forgive that.
Yes, I absolutely can as well.
Like, lines like that wouldn't work in any other sort of genre unless they were done like in a really specific way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm actually higher in writing than I am story.
I can definitely agree with that. What are you at?
I'm not quite at a 95. I might be at like 93.
I can absolutely give you that.
Hell yeah. All right, next up we got acting. So I think we definitely, we need to freaking do Will Ferrell.
Should we? I don't know. Should we just do Will Ferrell and Zoe Deschanel? Or should we also do the guy that played Walter Hobbs?
I think we definitely need to do Will.
Yes.
I think we could also do Walter, who's played by James Caan.
Okay.
And then his brother was Michael. Right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And so he was played by Daniel Tay. And Daniel Tay has not done a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, his filmography is not very large. Like, the last thing he did was a voice for Grand Theft Auto 4.
Damn. Well, he was in Dougal. I mean, we all know how much of a classic that was.
Oh, yeah. Who could forget about Dougal?
I think the only reason I wanted to see that movie, and I never actually saw it, was because it was from the creators of Hoodwinked. And say what you will about the animation in that movie, but to me, that is one of my favorite animated films because it's such a simple premise, like changing a classic children's book, but the way that they do like the whole crime scene and just everything they add to it, I love it. Oh, I love that movie so much.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, yeah, I'd say we grade those 3.
Okay, sounds good to me.
So let's start off with Michael, played by Daniel Tay.
Okay. No, I thought he was a really good kid actor.
I thought he was pretty good too. Not super good. Like,
Yeah,
I think
but
a lot of his lines felt like they were being performed by someone who doesn't act a lot.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you want to give slack. I mean, was this his first performance?
No, he
Okay.
had one performance before this.
Okay. I just don't know how big that performance was. But no, overall, like every single time I watch this movie, I enjoy his performance. I love him and Buddy's interactions. Especially, I love his interaction when he is telling his dad that Buddy ran away, and he's just like, I wish that you would actually care about at least something in your life. And I feel the kid actually gets across a lot of emotion in that scene.
I agree. This is a total side tangent, but for some reason, this go round, this kid reminded me of Victor.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Dude,
I have absolutely no reason to associate those two together, but for this viewing, I did.
I mean, I hope Vic listens to this episode, but I feel Vic is not going to let you let that go until you tell him why.
I don't know why. That's the issue.
He's gonna
I probably should just get my mouth shut.
He's gonna keep pestering you, man. He's gonna keep pestering you. Oh shit.
Yeah. But anyway, getting back to this kid, he was good. He definitely, like you said, he got what he was trying to portray across. Wasn't the strongest performance though.
No.
So I'm sitting in the mid 80s for him.
Okay. I'm sitting at like an 82.
82?
Yeah.
I want to meet at like 83.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Dang, I'm being more harsh for him towards him.
Yeah, right.
I'm an asshole.
All right, next up, let's do Walter, played by James Caan, or Can, however the hell you freaking pronounce that.
So you're made
for those of you that don't know, sorry.
No, you're good.
For those of you that don't know, James Caan, his most well known, he's most well known for The Godfather, playing Sonny Corleone.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh, damn! No wonder he's so good in this movie. I didn't know he was in The Godfather.
Yeah, he has a shit ton of acting credits.
Hell yeah! I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah, his first acting credit was in 1961.
Wow. What movie? Or show, whatever.
It was a TV series called Naked City.
What a name.
Yeah, right? But yeah, he did TV series for a while. And then he did a movie in 1963 called Irma la Deuce?
Let's go with the first one.
Irma la Deuce?
Yeah.
Or douche?
Yeah.
I know that's not how you spell it, but
No,
yeah, he's
it's
done a
not.
lot of TV acting. But he was in, was in a lot of old westerns.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Let's see, moving up to some more modern things. Trying to see if there's anything in here that I personally know him from.
Yeah, he'd probably be better at this than I am.
Frickin' Elf 2003.
What? He was in that?
Yeah. The Godfather video game.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of
He was
Sopranos, the video game.
He was in Get Smart. He played
Really?
the president. Yeah.
Oh, shit. That movie got way too much hate. I'm just going to point that out there. I enjoy that movie a lot.
Yeah. He's in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Both of them. Played Tim Lockwood.
I know everyone really likes those movies. I don't know why. I cannot get behind them. I feel I'm one of the very few that just don't really like them.
Dude, who the hell likes that movie?
Actually, you'd be surprised, actually. Maybe not the second one, but a lot of people actually, from what I've seen, actually do really like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Weird.
Yeah. But yeah, can never.
But
never
anyway,
get behind
that's
them.
all I know him from.
Yeah, so the biggest one I know him from is Elf. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But hey, guy's an amazing actor. He did amazing in this role. He was supposed to play an asshole that turned out to be an actual good guy in the end, and he did a fantastic job. All of his emotional scenes were incredible. Especially part that always sticks out to me is when he's yelling at Buddy. He's just like, "I don't care that you're an elf. I don't care that you're my son. Get out of my life." Fantastic acting. Just he's amazing in that scene. Amazing in the whole movie. Gosh, I love his performance so much.
Yeah, he killed it.
He really did.
Like he was acting like someone he was acting like they didn't give him a script and they just told him what his character was and said just go.
It's like, okay, you woke.
Like he was genuinely confused. He was genuinely like just okay.
Yeah.
Like he played like a real person.
Yeah.
I feel.
It's like, okay, you work for a book publishing place. You're an asshole. You find out that you have a son that you never knew about, and he thinks he's an elf. Let's see what you got.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But he did such a good job.
He did. He was amazing.
Yeah. Where are you at with him?
I'm in the 90s for sure.
That's fair.
I loved him so much that I'm at like a 95.
I might be a little bit lower, so maybe 94.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I'm like at a 90. I was personally at a 90, like 2, 93. So
Okay.
I can
That's
live
fair.
with a 94. All right, next up, Will Ferrell played Buddy.
I can't say enough good things about his performance. He was hilarious. When he needed to be emotional, he played emotional so well. He was just an amazing presence. You love seeing him on screen every minute that he was here. You're gonna I'm gonna have to fight you for giving him 100 because that's what I'm at.
No, you're not.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I loved his performance so much, and just how hard he went for everything.
Yes,
It's like
so
he
amazing.
didn't hold back. Like, it did not feel like he was holding back at all. He
No.
left it all out.
Yep. Amazing.
And yeah, 100 is more than generous for him. I'd give him higher if we could.
I would too.
Yeah, but that's not how this show works.
No. And as much as I try to fight Caleb to let me change it.
Freaking fight me, man. So, averaging out all of those scores, we have come to a 92.33% for acting.
That is not bad at all.
That's not at all. All right, next up we got character development, which...
Okay, how do we want to grade this?
This is tough.
I mean, okay, are we allowed to do side characters for this, or do we have to do the main character?
I think we can just because Buddy stays the same the entire movie, I say we do Walter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because overall, I think Walter has an amazing arc. For a Christmas movie, I feel he has a great arc. You see him from being a guy that really only cares about his job, making sure that the publishing company keeps going well. He doesn't really pay attention to his son. He's hardly around for his wife. Then, Buddy just shows up and he's just like, yeah, you say you're my son, but I really don't want anything to do with you. If I could, I would just throw you out in the snow, considering you love that, but my wife won't let me. And then you just see him, so, he doesn't really want Buddy. He turns out, it goes from him literally telling Buddy that he doesn't want him in his life, and then him finally realizing, you know what, actually, I'm proud that you're my son, and I don't care if you think that you're an elf or whatever. All I want you to know is that I love you, that I'm so grateful that you're my son. And I love that he also grows a more, like a better bond with his youngest son, Michael. You see him grow a better bond with his wife, maybe not as much as he did, at least on camera, with his two sons. But overall, I feel it's a great story arc for a character.
Yeah, they didn't have an I love you or an I'm proud of you moment.
No, they did not.
No, they kind of had that, I really liked the way that they did kind of do the ending, where it was his Christmas spirit that pushed them over the top.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, when he starts singing, you're just like, okay, now you're just singing because someone told you, but then once he actually sees Santa's sleigh fly over his head, just the look on his face, you're just like, okay, finally, the Christmas spirit it finally went into your soul. Finally.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of hard to give him a good score on this arc. Because there's times where it's I feel like there should be kind of an escalation throughout the movie.
Okay.
But it feels like there's a lot of spikes.
That's fair.
He kind of has, wants nothing to do with Buddy at first. Kind of, it becomes, more indifferent towards him when he finds out, okay, this is actually my son. Kind of has that indifference for a little while. And then the big spike is when, or it's kind of like a drop, is when his feelings go down after the whole situation with Peter Dinklage.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess he feels bad for yelling at Buddy, and so it kind of, spikes up a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of goes back to, borderline indifferent. He still doesn't, fully believe him about the elf thing, which... honestly, I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him either.
Yeah, and then the Christmas spirit thing, another spike.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the arc is it does have what you want
Excuse
in
me.
the it does have what you want in a story, like the dive and then the climb, but it just feels like they jump to that.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
Like honestly,
Might have
I
overhyped
would have
his projection a little high.
yeah, like personally, the way that I would have tried to pull this off, and it would have been fairly difficult, and I think it would have come off cheesy, is what they could have done is kind of show Walter and Buddy connecting.
Yeah.
And so once that, like, show the connection happening and show Walter start to soften up a little bit, and
Okay.
then hit us with the Buddy effed up and South Pole elf.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's actually. A really
And then
good way to do it.
that dive would have hit a little bit harder, but then you would have seen like how you could have felt like his remorse a little bit better.
No, that's actually a good way to look at it.
And then understood his jump into, like, you could have justified those spikes a bit more.
Yeah.
So
okay. So what are you thinking for score?
unfortunately, I'm pretty low on this one.
Like
Not like
70s?
super low. I'm in the like low 80s.
Oh, okay. Like 81?
Yeah, I can do 81.
Okay. Bam.
Yeah, I know. I feel like an asshole, but
No, dude, honestly, everything that you said, you actually do raise a very good point. So I think I went a little too high. Or I was thinking a little too positively about the story arc.
yeah. Well, that's how we do this. I was going on and on about how amazing the story was, and you bring me back down to earth. And moving on to effects. This is an odd one.
It is, because for the most part, there's not like a lot of effects in this movie. But then when you're thinking about the beginning, you have, like Mr. Narwhal, you have the snowman. So I don't know how to grade that, because they're trying to give you like the like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer animation kind of vibes. So
A little bit.
I don't know if
That's what throws me off, because they were
Yeah.
purposely going for that, and it looked really good.
He did. So I don't really want to grade this negatively, because what they were shooting for, they nailed.
Yeah, and I think honestly the biggest effect was the freaking sleigh, and the sleigh looked pretty good.
It actually still holds up, I feel.
Yeah, it does. Gosh, this is a tough one. So, okay, here's what I will dock it for.
Okay.
Because the special effects, so the animated characters, they were going for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer look.
Yes.
I understand that. I'm not going to dock for that. What I will dock for is the occasional moments of bad green screen.
Okay.
So that takes me from 100, and the bad green screen bumps me down to like a 95.
I can absolutely give you that.
Yeah, and then all the stunt work looked really good.
Yes.
Like, it was amazing. Like when Buddy was trying to put the star at the top of the tree. Oh my gosh! Like that scene gets me to this day.
It'd be really funny if that actually was Will Ferrell that did that, not his stunt guy.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't either. I could see Will Ferrell doing that, going all out.
Yeah. So, effects, I'm at a 95 for the bad green screen. Just because I feel like there's a couple other issues, and maybe like you can see that the reindeer and the sled are a little on the not good side.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna go up to like a 94, or go down to a 94.
94. Okay. I can
Yeah?
absolutely give. Yeah, I can absolutely give you that.
Hell yeah. All right, next up we got music.
I'm trying to remember if there's a lot of music that really. The only music that sticks out to me is when they're singing "Santa Claus is Coming to Town," and then the chorus that picks up like right as Santa's sleigh crosses over Walter and Buddy's waving goodbye.
Well, I'm thinking of the music that played while he was going around the city.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Also this what Zoe Deschanel was singing in the shower.
Yeah, can
and,
we
like,
talk
that
about
whole
how
little tune?
I want to talk about how much a lot of people look down at that song now, because I was actually surprised that they were able to play that at my work the other day. I thought like everyone advocated for that song to be not allowed in a public
Oh my
area,
gosh.
which I don't
Dude,
get,
that's
but whatever.
That's so stupid.
It
It's a
is.
Christmas song that's been around forever. Like, calm down.
Exactly, Karen. I'm just kidding.
You freaking PC pirates.
Oh. But anyway, bringing that scene up with like the whole New York scene, the whole Jovi scene, which still is freaking hilarious when she like opens the curtain.
Yeah.
Get out!
And
he
the
covers his
score.
What?
Like, and I'm thinking of the score too.
Yeah,
For this movie, it is like super recognizable.
it is. Ooh, shit. Okay. Well, that just boosted me
Yeah.
up.
I'm not quite at a 10, so I'm sitting at like a very soft 9 or a very firm 8. Or a very strong 8.
What did we give Home Alone for music?
We gave Home Alone a 9.
Okay, so then I would give this one an 8.
Give it an 8?
Yeah, for me at least.
I can definitely
when it comes
give you
to
that.
recognizable soundtracks, I feel Home Alone's is more recognizable than this one, to me at least.
Okay. But the issue with that, we're not grading this based off of Home Alone.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, say if I'm talking about, which, no, I know that, but I'm just kind of trying to think with those scores of what like brought me down to basically a firm 8 is. You are really ruining my scoring here, dude. Because I don't know how to finish the statement with not going back to what you said. Well, we're not grading Home Alone soundtrack. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
like,
shut up.
That's something that we need to try and like keep from.
Yes, sir.
It needs to be like when I fill out the grade or the rating system,
Yeah.
I can only ever see the movie we're talking about.
Oh. I apologize.
Like, the only reason I knew that Home Alone was a 9 was because I had to scroll up.
Yeah, well, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say to you.
But I can agree with you on 8.
Okay, thank you.
Like, I'm not going to throw that big of a fit, but I just like watching you squirm.
You're an asshole.
All right, next up, we got costumes.
Oh, these were so good. I love the elf
Yeah.
costumes. They're so simple, but I love them so much. The elf hat alone is one of the most recognizable elf hats if not the most recognizable elf hat I've ever seen in a movie.
Absolutely.
When you see it, you're like, oh yeah, Will Ferrell's elf. Can't think of any
Yep.
other movie. And I love that the elves wear different colors. They're not all just green. Like, one was wearing orange, one was wearing blue, red. I loved that they weren't all the exact same color, and I feel that added to them. And then I love that at the end, Jovi is wearing her own pink elf costume or outfit. That was awesome.
So good.
Santa looked fantastic. Their Santa outfit looked great.
Yeah, maybe not my favorite Santa outfit, but
No,
that
that's fair.
doesn't. I mean, that doesn't. It doesn't lose any points for me.
No, yeah, I get you.
That not being my favorite Santa outfit.
Yeah. No, overall, I think the costumes are great in this movie.
I think they are too.
Like,
so I'm fairly high with this one.
I'm probably at like a 9.
I can definitely agree with you on that.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, last up we have our own personal grade. So, I'll let you take this one away.
Okay, so overall, revisiting this movie, because I try to revisit this movie every single Christmas. It's just as good when I first watched it as a kid. It's a blast from start to finish. Will Ferrell is absolutely amazing in this role. He owns this role. I feel this is, to many, his most recognizable role. This is a Christmas movie that can be passed on to generation after generation. It's that good. And it just has a great message, I feel. I'm solid 90. I love this movie. Oh shit, what are you thinking?
Gosh, I absolutely love this movie. No matter how many times I watch this, I adore it. It is so much fun, so freaking good. I'm a lot higher.
Hell, dude, that's
than
awesome.
You.
No, dude.
Because this is one that I love to watch every year.
Hell yeah, same here.
Yeah, so I'm I think I'm going to be at a 97.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love this movie so freaking much. So that's what I'm sitting at.
Well, now I'm a
just
dick.
Because nostalgia goggles.
Damn, I am a dick towards this movie.
Yes, you are.
Hey, it's still an A-. So, shut up.
Alrighty. So, averaging that out, that brings us to a 93.5.
Woo woo.
Yeah. So, the final All Bros grade for Elf is B+.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it is a very strong B+. What ended up killing this movie was character development.
That's fair. And
like, we gave it an 81. What would have happened if... No, it probably wouldn't have changed it that much, so never mind. Yeah, if the character development was a little bit better, I think this would have made it to the A- club.
yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not how these things go.
So, percentage-wise, what did it finish at?
So, it is at an 89.8%.
Damn. Yeah, you weren't kidding.
Yeah.
A strong 89.
Yeah, and then our cutoff for an A- is 90%. So it is 0.2% away from being an A-.
Damn, maybe I should have given it higher for personal score. I could have gotten it up to an A-. I'm a dick. I'm a dick, guys. I'm a dick.
Like, let's see. It would have... Okay, it would have had to be up to 95, like the personal grade. Like, that's what our average would have had to be.
I could have probably gone there.
Yeah, but we were at a 93.5. So just short of 94.
Damn it.
Or just 2 point. Like, or not even 2. It's like 1.5.
Can I make changes to my personal score?
You can't change it just to get the score you want.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's not how this goes.
Well, that's how I'm going to make it go, okay?
All right, comparing this to some other movies that we've broken down, everything that I'm about to list off is a B-plus movie. So this is 0.1% higher than Better Watch Out.
Okay.
It is... Ooh, damn. It is like right in line. It's barely above Marriage Story.
Oh, shit.
It is 2 points higher than Halloween.
Okay.
3 points higher than Nightmare on Elm.
Not bad.
2 points higher than Psycho. It's 0.05% higher than The Five Bloods.
Okay. Speaking of that movie, did you see that Chadwick Boseman won for Best Supporting Actor for that?
Oh, freaking damn right, dude. It is 0.4% higher than Ready or Not.
All right.
Let's see. Pretty much in line with Black Panther.
Hell yeah.
It is right in line, like almost exactly as Avengers.
The first?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Let's see. 89, that's 86. Okay, 3 points higher than Spider-Man Homecoming. 0.5. Yeah, 0.5% higher than Knives Out.
Okay.
0.6% higher than The Invisible Man.
Not bad.
And 3 points higher than The Lovebirds.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
If you guys want to see how this ranks up compared to our other movies, you guys can go on our website and check out our rating system. I have access to that on the site now, so or have had access to it on our site for a while now, so but yeah, I think it's well deserving of that 89.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, damn near 90. Just like I said, 0.2% higher, and it would have been a 90
and
or an A minus.
And it's all my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep. So if you guys disagree, you can hate message Rose.
My Instagram is jonathan.rose9, I think. I think there's a 9 at the end because apparently there were 8 other Jonathan Roses before me.
Jeez.
Which I'm very shocked considering that the way that Jonathan is spelled for me is different than a lot of people spell it. So that really threw me through a loop.
Yeah. Well, that concludes this week's breakdown. If you liked this episode, want to hear more of our stuff, be sure to subscribe and follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, RadioPublic, Radio.com, Spotify, and more. You can also catch all of our episodes on YouTube. Be sure to follow us on social media if you want to hit us up with episode ideas, answer our question of the week, or if you want to join us. We would love to have you on. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search at The All Bros. You can also email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com. Check out our website, tinyurl.com/theallbros. And you can find links to everything that we do. You can listen to the podcast. You can check out our rating sheet. Find out everything that we do. You'll also find a link to our merch store, which is TeePublic, or it's on TeePublic, so tpublic.com/user/the All Bros channel. So with that, the next episode will be our 150th episode. So we will be breaking down a video game, because we break down a video game every 50 episodes. And that video game will be Marvel's Avengers. So if you have not played it, you can listen to the show anyway.
Yeah, so much potential with this game. We'll get into it, but yeah.
Yeah, so look forward to that on Monday. And until then, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, stay safe, and thank you
Say it like Herbert.
Merry Christmas, stay safe, and be sure to kiss someone under the mistletoe. But make sure you're wearing a mask.
Worth it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next time. Deuces.
So long.